And we're approaching 30 seconds to the start here, start of race 6. It'll be the last race of the day. And you can see the committee boat has class flag still up, and as that goes down, that'll be the start of the race. As you can see, there's a lot of boats hanging back right now, and a couple are approaching the line. We got about 20 seconds left. So you can see Connie Miller far away on the other side. We're at 5 seconds. Watch that class flag going down now, and that's the start.
Are you going to be sitting up there?
See, as the boats accelerate off the line, you can see 4704. That's Lindsay.
4830 had a
4830
really good start.
right near the boat. That's do we not have that one? We have 5785, that's Lee Park, just below 4830. You have 71 Marguerite out in front, and that yellow and blue sail out beyond them, out in front of the fleet there.
4830 is Nancy.
Oh, yeah, right. Nancy Jaywork. Nancy Jaywork won the
Great
boat.
start, right by the boat.
And you have that boat in the middle, the yellow and blue boat out in front of that group of boats.
You read that?
You can see Lee Parks just tacked off as Nancy Lee bowed her. A lot of these boats are staying, they're working toward the left side of the course right now on starboard. So if they're seeing something over there, or they just haven't decided to tack back yet.
Ooh.
Hey Brian, can you bring us over to that those leader boats? We have Nancy down here on the bottom of the screen. We got Marguerite, and can we figure out who that yellow and blue sailboat is? And is that 4704 or 47204? That's Lindsay Stockwell then. And who just crossed Lindsay Stockwell on port? They're having a good race right now. Looks like they're going to cross Nancy Jaywork as well.
4820.
4820, that's Sonia. Sonia having a good race off the start. Well out in front, crossing everyone comfortably. It looks like those boats that went to the left are making out a little bit better because Sonia crossed Lindsay. You can see this other boat. I can't quite see their number yet, but they crossed Lindsay comfortably as well.
Well, let's see. Sonia just tacked, so let's see how she comes back across the fleet. She's going to be in the left part of her screen. We're looking at 60858.
See, that's Gail Hausler. Very good in heavier breeze. Gail was winning. She won the first 2 races, and since then she's dropped back a little bit, but still hanging on to 3rd place. So she's looking for a good race here to make up for some of the mistakes she made in the later races today.
Yeah, maybe she's got it all figured out now. We'll see.
Once again, Gail, she's won this event 4 times. She won it twice in the 80s and then again in 2016. So she's also had a few runner-up performances, and she's looking for another win here. So I think she needs to step up and get a win in this race or another good finish, and hopefully things will work out for her.
Do you guys think the wind speeds come down a little bit this race compared to the last one?
Absolutely,
I think so.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, it's dropping.
So
you get to see these guys, the ladies, they're a lot more hunched over in the boat. They're not hiking out as much.
And you can tell, even just us sitting here, I'm not as cold as I was last race. So that'll tell you something. Are we live?
Yes.
Phone number? That's Lindsay there. So we're following Lindsay Stockwell now. She had a win in race 3, but since then has not been finishing as good as she would like.
And honestly, it
But-
seems like she stayed out a little further left, and she's in a good position right now.
Well, that's what we said before.
Yeah.
Those boats that crossed from the left side came out ahead. Sonia and that other boat, they crossed Lindsay comfortably. And so she decided to stay
She
out on
dug
that
in.
left side,
Yeah, she dug into that
in,
left side.
doubled down, stayed left, came back, and now she's well out in front again.
Yeah.
And you can see she has a win in race 3, so she knows how to handle a fleet. So if she can stay out in front, she can manage the course, manage the fleet, and come away with a good finish.
Yeah. There's one boat, I'm not sure what boat, on the left part of our screen, in the upper left, coming over on starboard.
My guess would be Sonia.
Okay.
That would be she crossed Lindsay, went to the right side. Now she's coming back on starboard. You can see here, it looks like Lindsay decided to tack back onto port, working back toward the middle of the fleet. And from what I can tell, it looks like Sonia on that right side is still going to pass her.
Room to spare.
Yeah, plenty of room to spare comfortably. You know, I'd say Sonia looks very comfortably ahead, but you know, after that last race,
we're not doing that
again. And I'm sure Sonia is looking for a good race after.
Yeah, she's had some
that-
tough finishes.
Yeah, but she's been up there consistently all day. I think right now she's in 5th place, so she's still in good position. So you can see Lindsay going up to ley line, just ahead of that other boat, and Sonia closer to the mark, also trying to get up to ley line to make the mark. Just watch. The head, I mean, but all right, here we go. Sonia is coming in on the mark, in on lay, in on starboard. She's comfortably ahead. Lindsay close behind, maybe a couple boat lengths behind. And once again, you can see that the wind has come down a little bit. Sonia in the boat, and she's one of the smaller competitors, and she's in the boat. Oh no, it looks like she hit the mark or something. She's doing a circle.
No, I think they've removed the offset mark. I don't see it.
Huh.
Oh, well, our
Let's
drone
take a
operator
look.
is saying he doesn't
No,
see
the
the
offset mark's there.
mark.
It's
But
there.
What is Sonia doing then?
Uh-huh.
And Lindsay looks like she's going to the offset. Maybe
Yeah.
Sonia forgot the offset.
Yeah.
Sonia forgot the offset mark.
It looks like Sonia forgot the offset. That's twice she's been in first place and forgot the course. We'll have to talk to her after the race. Maybe something
Yeah,
else
I
was
don't know.
going on, or
Right.
or whatnot. But if I'm her, I would be frustrated today with you know.
I think she wants to give Lindsay a sporting chance here.
You have to feel bad. I've been in that position myself. You know, you're in the lead, you're winning, and you do something silly, and yeah,
This is the second time, right? And
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's Gail
she's-
in second, right?
So
We've
now
got-
that's Gail Hauser in second, yeah.
and
Followed
Marguerite.
by Sonia's going to get in
Sonia,
there,
you
and
think
Marguerite.
Yeah.
And Gail only had what? How many points over her? 5 points.
Yeah, Gail was only 7 points ahead of Sonia, and that's another costly mistake. We'll see. I mean, she's still in it. She's
Yeah.
in third place in the long race,
First leg.
but
yeah.
but
And she's fast downwind, so we'll see how that goes.
Right.
absolutely. But that's just.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
tough.
that-
It's
yeah.
tough to win when you make mistakes like that. You know, a lot of times the winning sailor is the one who makes the least mistakes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and it
exactly.
hurts.
No, yeah, exactly. Couldn't agree with you more.
A couple weeks ago in Massapog, here I am going upwind, winning the first mark, thinking I'm super fast, and what do? Hit the mark, and then I go downwind, round up, somehow manage to be winning again, and what do? Hit the mark again, and what happened? Did I win that race? No. So.
Yeah, hitting marks is not fast.
So, sometimes mistakes happen on the course, but you can still come back and do well. And hopefully for Sonia, she'll, learn a lesson and come
Yeah.
back and finish the races strong. All right, you can see Lindsay down here in first place, downwind, sail all the way out, getting that nice windward heel to keep that sail in the air, minimize the helm, and work that boat downwind through these waves. Just enough wind to keep the sail full, keep the boat moving. So, and you can see Gail, nice, her sail's up, it's almost a vertical triangle.
Hey, Will, a fun fact here. To match Lindsay, I'm doing about 5 miles an hour downwind. That's pretty decent for these boats,
Yeah.
especially this pressure.
Yeah, it looks like, if you didn't hear that, our drone operator is telling us that Lindsay's moving at about 5 miles an hour downwind, which is pretty good in this wind, especially since it seems to have come down. It's now like 7, 8 mile an hour wind right now, so that's pretty good. It's interesting. A lot of these boats right now are going off to our viewers' left side of the course, and they're on starboard, going that way wide. Well, a lot of the leaders are going to our right side of the course and staying on port,
And
which
I
is
think I watched those boats out on the left. And what I can see, there looks to be a little more pressure on the water over there.
maybe, but I wonder if current has something to do with it, though. Maybe the right side of the course could have a little bit more current helping them. It looks like Sonia went off to the left. Marguerite, Gail, and Lindsay stayed right, and it looks like Sonia made up some ground.
Maybe.
It looks like
Yeah.
Sonia caught up to Gail and is going to meet up with that, at the downwind mark with Gail. And I'm not sure if that's because of the current or as Paul had said, because
She's
Sonia's
fast.
super fast. Sonia's one of our smaller sailors out there, and she can be really fast downwind. So, and she's sailing well. So you can see here she'll be second to the leeward mark, and both her and Lindsay went to the right side of the course for the upwind. So you have your top 4 leaders all going to that right mark.
Staying in line, yeah.
Yeah, there's Gail Hausler rounding now, and Marguerite, who's in second place after the 5th race, rounding right behind her.
And not to be discounted, here comes Nancy. Nancy's coming in hot too, so that's good.
And Nancy will be our first competitor going to the other leeward mark.
Okay, so we're gonna switch over to a view from partway up the leg, looking back at the leaders as they work upwind through the fleet. Here we are.
Yeah, you can see the 2 fleets. You got the 2 fleets converging right now. You got the people sailing on that downwind run, and then now that the leader's going back upwind, so you got a little bit of traffic to navigate through.
All right, so you can see in the middle we have Lindsay, who is leading at that leeward mark, in that yellow and blue sail, yellow, blue, and white sail, and to her left, or to the viewer's left, we have some of the other leaders. You can see Sonia, and then Marguerite and Gail staying on that side. So I wonder, all of those leaders, except for that one boat off to the right, are playing further to our left of the course, and Lindsay is staying further to our right.
Oh, she just tacked over.
She tacked over, but she's tacking over a little bit behind them. So
Yeah.
I wonder if that side of the course is better, is she going to have enough to be able to hold on? And as they played viewers' right side of the course last time, and that seemed to pay off. But we'll have to see if that pays off again for Lindsay, or if she's going to lose those boats. And it looks like she's losing those boats.
Oh yeah, that's 2, at least.
Yeah, it looks like viewers' right was not the way to go, and somehow she didn't stay in front of the fleet.
Wasn't the first upwind leg? Didn't that pay out the best? So
The viewers' right paid off the best at the bottom of the course, but then it seemed to be viewers' left that paid off the best at the top of the course.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, Sonia last leg was first to the windward mark, and she went left off the start, and then she cut back right, and that paid off really well for her. So right now it looks like that must be Marguerite and Gail in first and second, and then Lindsay in third off on our
she just
left.
got out of frame, yeah.
Just leaving the frame, yeah. And there's Marguerite. You can see she's in the boat, trying to keep a little bit of slight leeward heel to reduce the wetted surface, make sure the sail stays full, and make sure you can still cut through these a
Slice
little
through
bit
the
of
little
chop.
bit of chop. Yep, exactly.
And you could see the front of her sail luffed a little bit, and she decided that was a little bit of a
Yeah, I
header,
was just about to say
just
that, yeah.
enough
Yeah.
Yep.
so that she decided to tack over.
Yeah, waiting for the opportunity to go.
You could
And that
see
was
exactly
it.
what she was
Yeah.
thinking there.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a cool perspective.
And there she goes, sailing off into the sunset. I think to her right there, that must be Gail Hausler, who probably got the same kind of wind and also tacked onto port. I mean, Margarita, she's leading Gale anyway, should just tactically tack over and stay with Gale, but assuming that what Marguerite saw was a shift, maybe Gale saw it as well. Yeah, and you can see Marguerite comfortably crossing Gale there. Once again, Gail Hauser's currently in third place, about 8 points behind Marguerite for second. And Gail's looking forward to the finish on this race because she'll get a throw out and she'll be thrown out at 10th. If she can replace a 10th with a second, I think that'll be a pretty good swing for her. Although, of course, she'll still be looking for first. But here, from this shot, you can really see she's got that slight leeward heel.
And her telltales are going real nice. She's got kind of two that are pretty close to about a foot apart from each other. You can kind of see them on the back of the sail.
Let's go over see where third place is. That's a cool view. So you can see Lindsay off to their leeward, and Sonia going off on port, the other direction. So Marguerite easily around the mark. It looks like Gail's gonna have to tack again.
Do a quick double tack right here so she can get on that ley line.
And this top group seems to have a pretty good lead as the fleet starts to spread out. Can we get those two?
Yeah, it was about.
So it looks like it'll be Lindsay in third place, followed by Sonia and the white sail over there.
How does 4830 have? That's Sonia, right?
That's that's
that's
actually Nancy
that's
Jayworth.
Nancy
We've been
J.
saying it's
Now
Sonia.
is she on ley line or?
Sonia is 4820. I think Nancy's on ley line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy's on lay, so it's going to be Lindsay just in the corner of the screen, then Nancy Jayworth, then, that's Lee Parks. Lee Parks having a fantastic race in 5th place, and then Sonia Dean behind her.
It seems like every race, all these top sailors are right neck and neck with each other. I mean, it's really competitive racing right now.
And if not within the same race, between races, it's competitive between
yeah.
races too.
This is
So
great.
they're all beat.
Right now, no one sailor is running away with the
nobody's standing
regatta,
out.
which is fantastic to see. It makes the regatta interesting.
So that was top 5 we just saw. Then they're heading down towards the last
Top 6 is.
top 6.
Yeah, the top 6 have really pulled away this race. 8:03.61. That's Gretchen. Gretchen Seymour from Lake Bluff, all the way from Chicago. She's having a decent race for herself. Her top finish was in race 4. She got a second place, but she's got to be happy with a 7th, I would think.
Slides are going through there too, yeah.
We got Kimmy right here. She's top 10 right now, so she's having a pretty consistent regatta.
Yeah, it's Kimmy Jackman. She had a 5th place earlier today, so she's looking to get another top 10 finish. And that's Shannon, 78275. Shannon Nardi. She's a regatta organizer here. Follow her around for a little bit.
Of course.
Yeah, Shannon's put a lot of work into this regatta. She's been making phone calls, organizing, putting together dinner, and here she is having a great race for herself in 11th place.
Nice.
She's
I was talking to her a little bit yesterday. You know, got the interview, and then I talked to her a little bit more, and she said she's really happy to get on the water, get all that stress out, you know, and now she's racing. It's awesome to see her up there, you know.
Yeah, she's actually had a good couple races these last 3. She had a 16:21, and now she's in the top 15. So that's got to be thrilling for her. I know her goals for this regatta was just that everyone else had fun, and she said, "I don't even care if I get last place.
Nice.
I just want everyone else to have fun and this regatta to go well." So for her to be doing so well now, she's got to be thrilled.
Oh yeah, this is great.
I wish we had a mega zoom on this drone right now. We could zoom in on her face.
See that
and
smile?
See
Oh,
the
you can see it from here. This is great.
Is she waving at you? All right, let's not distract her too much.
She's looking back. Oh no, she's looking for the breeze.
There
That's
you
what she's
go.
looking back for.
Looking back over her shoulder for the breeze. Yeah. Yeah, she looks pretty good. She put a brand new sail on her set of a brand new sail for her on her set of spars. She was sailing with an intensity sail up until yesterday. She was able to put that on and get out with her new sail, so I'm sure she's pretty happy about that too.
All right, here come your finishers into the line.
And it looks like Margarita's coming in for the finish now. Which should be followed closely by Gail, I would guess. And it looks like Lindsay will hold off for 3rd place, followed by Nancy Jaywork. And there you can see Marguerite finishing right now, and they'll be coming in for the day, so we'll be seeing them on shore soon.
Right, time to get their dollies ready.
So that's a big finish for Marguerite. So that'll put her in a tie for 1st place. No, she'll be 1 point up for 1st place.
Wow, that's a good way to end the day.
Yeah.
That's a good way for her. That means she's ending the day with a 1-3-1. So good for her.
You know, this is great. Seeing the two competitors are probably chatting about the day.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just saying, hey, great job.
Go zoom in on them. Fly up next to them. Give them a little flyby. No, we'll get the finish here for the last for the
Well, they had
3rd place
big,
people.
they had a
We'll
nice
get them
big
on the
lead.
way in. So we see.
That's gonna be Lindsay coming to us in 3rd.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Yep.
And then Nancy, then Sonia, I think probably, right? No?
And Nancy's was our current winner before this last race, our current leader before this last race, and she says she's been sailing Sunfish for over 50 years. So that really shows you she has all that experience in Sunfish, and she's been able to really put it to use here in this regatta. So she'll probably be our 2nd place after day 1.
Is that Lee? Yeah, that's Lee coming in, right?
There's Lindsay. She's gonna be happy with that. I know she'll be in the 1st race, and it's a little discouraging sometimes when you go from 1st to 3rd, but she's probably pretty happy with that regardless. So
She's doing really well.
she sailed well.
Lee, is this Lee coming into frame right there?
Yeah, and there's Lee Parks coming into was that fifth place,
Yeah.
followed closely by
Sonia.
Sonia. And Sonia is such a good sport. I
yeah.
hope she's not too discouraged after her the couple mistakes out there today. She's one of the people in this class that really make you want to keep coming out to the regattas.
The energy that she brings is just awesome.
Exactly.
She personally told us before the racing today that she got into a Sunfish because of the people in this class, and really, someone like that really shows what the class is about. And just welcoming, friendly, will help you, will do anything to help. So 80361, that's Gretchen again, Gretchen Seymour. So she had a pretty good race.
Pretty good day.
Yeah, and followed right closely by Liza, who was hot at the beginning of the day and has managed to keep pace a little bit. She dropped off the leaders a little bit, but she's kept pace. She was fourth before this last race, so we'll see how that changes things a little bit. But you can't get too upset with seventh or sixth place. We got a couple finishers coming in close. Who do we got? Is that Marta? The Marta in the red sail? Red and white sail? Looks like she's going to pull out ahead, and looks like she's going to win this finish. There's Marta coming in, followed by 80858 and 76069. 76039 is Emily Wagner. She's been sailing well today. And 80858 is Linda.
I believe she's from Florida, right? She's with the crew that came up from Florida.
Yeah, Linda Schwartz from Sarasota. And this is Faith Lamb coming in, the laser sailor from Massapoag. Another nice angle to finish. You can see the RC boat and the finishing between the RC boat and that white mark. That's Jennifer Lynn on the top of the screen, and 4355, that's Mary Chen Presser. What a great finish for her. I know she was nervous, but here she is. She's beating 15 boats at the end of the day. Fantastic for her. Bernadette finishing now. Sails off in a little bit, hard to see, but here's 38.97. That's a good finish for her. That's going to be, I believe that's Aliana from Yukon. She's been sailing really well today, and she told us that being a twin sister in a race at the end of her senior year in high school was a point in her career, her sailing career. And here she is sailing Sunfish with all these other women and killing it. She's doing great today. 48.75. That's going to be Katie from Sebago. Katie Garrison. She was tentative about coming out, and contacted bar the boat and is out here sailing. It's good to have her, and good to have everyone from the club. 81333. That's the Tara Schwartz. Tara Schwartz. She's had some great races today. She's a Yukon alum. She actually travels the circuit a little bit when she can in the Northeast, but only really started sailing Sunfish recently. So, 88552. That's Rosemary from Sarasota. Another one traveling up from Florida with a big contingent. Rosemary. Yeah. Mullen. And Rosemary was said,
1-6 coming in next.
and Rosemary said she's lightweight. She just hopes she doesn't capsize. So good for her. She had a good day. And there you can see Kat Vola Giuliano there. Just she sailed fantastic today. Another small skipper, and just happy to be out here having a good time meeting these ladies and really getting to know some of the great parts of the Sunfish class.
4043.
4304 is this.
Here we go. I see. Looks like
4304 was JR. JR had some boat issues, but she managed to figure it out and do well and finish up. And that's Melissa Conway. Melissa, she was in good position a few races today. She said that she got in Sunfish because she was told it was a fun fleet, and here she is. I think she's having fun, but how
oh, she is. Look at her. She was waving to us.
fantastic. What's that number? 4067? That's Connie Miller, 4067. Yeah, Connie from Lewis, Delaware, always a great organizer, and fantastic to get her out here. I know she had some family stuff going on this weekend, but I think she's pretty happy that she came down, was able to get her boat here and have a good time with all the ladies. She had a couple good races today earlier, so I'm disappointed. And there was a Rexco 19 that's got to be a little bit of a challenge without a window, but she did it all day, and oh, that's Suzanne. Suzanne Hugh from West Hampton. And she bought a Sunfish a while back and started sailing, and she was really happy when she was the first female in Sarasota in Shelter Island this year. The round Shelter Island race. And look, this is 4347. This is our only junior in the fleet. Hannah Wisniewski out there through 6 races today. 6. Through heavy wind, dead wind, all kinds of shifts. Never sailed anywhere but her home lake. And here we are on the ocean, salt water with heavy breeze. Talk about a trial by fire. Kudos to her. Fantastic. So she said she's an equestrian and a swimmer, and she didn't spend any time that I know in the water today, but she said it's her first time sailing in the ocean. She's just happy to be out there. And 4331, Kathleen Ahern Gray from Sarasota, another one of our Florida ladies coming up. She stayed warm out there because it got a little chilly when the breeze picked up. She said she tried Sunfish and just loved it. Loved sailing with the awesome group around Sarasota and just wanted to keep coming out and with a different sport.
I believe she's originally from Lake Michigan, so she yesterday. Cole was in it.
A little bit about where
She said, "No, that's not a problem to me."
fantastic. So, and he's hit with all the sailors coming in. They're sailing right by us. And we get to wave hello to them. Hi, Shannon. Hi. How you doing? And they're sailing right by us, saying hi.
But smiles.
Nothing but smiles. Exactly. So, we have some top competitors, middle competitor, everyone coming by, having a good time. here they are coming into dock, coming to D-rig, excited to be off the water for 6 long races. And our top finishers for today are in first place Marguerite, second Nancy Jayworth, third Gail Hausler, fourth Eliza Genovese, and fifth Lindsay Stockwell. So please check out the results. I'll send the link in the comment section, and feel free to let us know any feedback. No, we won't. But we have some interviews coming up. We'll get some top racers to interview, and stick around for a little bit. We'll get some post game.
Oh, we got the nice, we got the camera facing outwards of the fleet coming in. And then we got the overhead drone shots. We got a nice display here.
So here we have